Hi guys, my name's Kelvin White and welcome to Ultimate Tropicals. So welcome to this latest unboxing video. Here they are, just arrived, and on this import are some rare Anthurium hybrids. So we should have 10 Ace of Spades Dresleri, should have 10 Papylinium crossed with Waroq, the red stem. We should have 10 Dark Mama crossed with Dresleri. In addition, I was able to source some more Dark Mama, and these should be small plants rather than actual seedlings. There should be 15 Alocasia Reginae to replace the ones that were lost on a previous shipment, and also 15 Jacqueline. So before we dive into the box, just a little bit of history around this delivery. So they've actually arrived here after 10 days, so yet again more and more delays as far as DEFRA are concerned, plant health. They were shipped in just 2 days from Jakarta into East Midlands Airport. Now the frustration is getting more and more with this now, because it seems every single delivery that's coming in now is getting delayed. So I did actually manage to get over a customs agent, and we did have quite a prolonged discussion to get to the bottom of exactly what's happening here. Is it COVID? Is it some other reason? And what he's actually saying to me is that the actual plant health, DEFRA, only visit the East Midlands facility twice a week, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And as you can imagine, this is a massive problem because the rest of the days they simply are not on the premises, so therefore they can't do inspections. Now this shipment arrived in the very early hours of Monday morning, like midnight, and that was specifically arranged, the idea being that then they're in the country for Monday, so they can be put in the cage for DEFRA to come and inspect them on Tuesday. And the customs agent also explained that anything that's of a perishable nature, which obviously plants are, should get priority over everything else. Now it was definitely on the list to be inspected on Tuesday, and for whatever reason it didn't happen, and I'm still waiting to get some answers as to why that was. Now the fact that they didn't get inspected on Tuesday then means the next inspection is Thursday. Now the inspection took place on Thursday, so we're now 3 days late or 4 days late. But because they tend not to send the documentation across and give the all clear to DHL until the end of the day, now they're telling me that this didn't happen in time for them to be shipped out overnight on Thursday to come down to Bristol on Friday for delivery. The issue with that is that they're now on hold because they won't deliver on Saturdays. So they were kept now a further 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and they were shipped out to me on Monday. So as I say, it's just complete frustration with them, and no matter what I try and do with them, until DEFRA start visiting the facility more than 2 days a week, I just can't see the situation changing, and we're just going to continue to occur losses. But anyway, I haven't opened the box yet. So we'll dive in there and, as always, see what damage has been done for the delay, and see what we've got surviving. Okay, so that's the box open, and as I usually do, I'll unwrap 2 of each species that have come in, just to give you some idea on how they've actually shipped. So the first one's up, Reginae. And straight away, obviously the leaves are just falling off. And I think always with Alocasia, if the tubers are still sound, then that's going to be a positive result. Can't expect the leaves to survive. Okay, so that's what we're left with. Actually, that's actually quite firm. And the roots, you know, we're probably going to lose the roots anyway as normal, but as long as the tuber is firm, then we're in a chance of regeneration. So that's the first Reginae. Okay, so I'll fish out another one. Okay, there's the second one. So again, all the leaves gone. You know, which is always going to be the case, whether they come off them now or whether they come off them later. We'll have to see if any of the roots survive the ordeal. I'll work my way through the rest of the Reginae. and then we'll take a look at them once that's been done. Okay, so that's the 15 Reginae unpacked, and if you've never seen what happens to Alocasia when they've been in a box for 10 days, this is it. So virtually all the leaves have gone. If they haven't gone now, they will do. The positive note is that all the tubers are still pretty solid. None of them have turned to mush as yet. So I will sterilise the roots and give them a coating of cinnamon, and then get them potted up in some perlite and get them in some very high humidity and some heat, and hopefully they will pull through. But that's the Alocasia Reginae. Okay, so next up we have the Jacqueline, and you can see by the box or the bag. I'm not expecting great things with these. These are the worst Alocasia I've ever seen when it comes to shipping. We have another one there. But again, it's really, you know, we're never going to be able to save the leaves, but we're just hoping now that the tubers will be firm enough to do something with. Okay, so the first one out, as you can probably see, is mush. There is absolutely nothing there to work with at all, completely rotted. Okay, so this one is fared better. Obviously the leaves are gone, but the tuber is actually quite firm, and we'll see if the roots will actually survive, but we'll certainly need to regenerate some more. So again, something that we can work with. I'll work through the remainder of the Jacqueline, and then we'll take a look at them once I've unpacked them. Okay, so that's the Jacqueline unpacked, and out of 15 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that have survived so far. None of them are in terrific shape, but we might have something to work with. The rest of them were just complete mush, and they've gone in the waste bin. The frustration of importing Jacqueline, you know, unless we can get these things through pretty quick, they certainly aren't going to look that great after 10 days. Okay, so that's the Jacqueline. So next up then is the Anthurium hybrids, Papylinium crossed with Waroq, and we have 10 of these. So these do look in a little better shape. I mean, these were really expensive to bring in, so I'm sort of hoping that they're going to fare certainly better than the Alocasia. Wow. So first viewing, they look amazing. Really strong, healthy plant. That's the first one, but we'll see what the roots are like. Okay, so as I said, Papylinium Waroq, very, very healthy plants, and the roots, I'm sort of optimistic that these will be okay. Actually, they're nice and white, just a tiny bit of rot maybe on the bottom, but I think the majority of that will survive, and there's no reason why these shouldn't come on quite quickly. So obviously that's the first one out, so we'll have a look at another one and see what that's like. Just a touch smaller. I mean, I was really pleased to get my hands on these because these are being snapped up in the States like there's no tomorrow. And I know that the stocks were flying out the door pretty quick from the grower. I'm sure some of these are going to be finding their way into the rainforest paludarium for sure. They should look amazing. Okay, so that's one a little smaller, but even so, again, nice looking plants. It's got that really elongated leaf, as you'd expect from Waroq. And again, the roots are looking pretty good actually, so I'm really pleased with those two. And again, I'll go through and open the remaining 8, and we'll see what they look like when they've all been opened. Okay, so that's the Papylinium crossed with Waroq, all unpacked. Delighted that all 10 have not only survived, but they absolutely look amazing. These are the best seedlings that have come in for ages. Really, really strong roots on them. look as though they're good, strong and healthy. If you look at one here, you can see the distinctive red stem starting to form, and another one you can see, I know the leaf is a tiny bit damaged on that one, but you can sort of see what they're going to look like. Very elongated leaves, all the hallmarks of the Waroq papilinium. So I already get the feeling that I'm going to need a lot more of these bad boys. So I'll have to look into that straight away, but it'll be really interesting to see their progress. Okay, so next one's out of the box will be the Dark Mama Dresleri, and again 10 of these. Okay, so there's the first one out, Dark Mama Dresleri. Leaves a little bit shriveled there, but you can see the markings on them. And again, roots looking to be pretty good. We'll see how they fare. So I'll do another one. Okay, this one's a little larger, so it'll give you a better idea of the markings. So Dark Mama Dresleri. And once again, roots seem to have fared pretty good. So we'll get them all unboxed and we'll have a look at them when I've finished. Okay, so that's the Dark Mama Dresleri all unboxed. Once again, all 10 have not only survived, but looking really good and healthy, as you can see. Good defined markings on the leaves. And really good root systems on them as well. So I think once these have settled in, they're going to fly. Okay, that's the Dark Mama Dresleri all unboxed. And again, that nice dark leaf coloration. Great leaf markings, and once again I think these are going to settle in pretty quickly. You can see down in there really good root systems, and once they've had a drink, and they should come along 5. And again, all 10 have survived, which is obviously real good news. Okay, so the last ones out then are Dark Mamas. I've been trying to source some of these probably for 4 or 5 months now, since I had the first couple of batches in. There's been such demand for them, but the growers have simply had none. But these supposedly are going to come in as small plants rather than just tiny seedlings. So you know, I'll get them unwrapped and we'll see what we have. Okay, that's the first one out. So Dark Mama. Again, very distinctive dark leaves and markings, pretty good root system on them. Probably not as big as I was expecting, to be fair, not this one anyway. We'll see what the rest of them are like. I do have 15 of them. Okay, that's the second one out, and again, to be fair, it is much bigger this time. If I move that one out of the way, you can see better on the leaves, and obviously we have a new one just taking shape there. So that's quite a decent plant, and nice healthy roots. I'll unbox the rest and show you the outcome. Okay, so here's the Dark Mama, all unboxed. All 15 have come through fine. And they are larger than what I've had before. Really good quality plants, and I can sort of see he was very reluctant to do any type of deal on these. As I've already said, the demand from the US is massive, and I was fortunate to get out of these, but they weren't cheap, that's for sure. But delighted to have them, and you know, I think they're going to go really, really well. Very strong root systems on them as well. And that's the Dark Mama. Okay, so that's all the unboxing done. All the Anthurium hybrids have gone into some liquid for a drink. And if we take a look at the Alocasia, so the Reginae, just going to let them dry out a little bit. They were still quite damp overnight. As with the Jacqueline, It's currently nearly 90 humidity in here at the moment, so they'll dry out a little bit overnight, and then I'll give them some treatment tomorrow before potting them up into some perlite. Coming back, here are the Papylinium Waroquanum, the red stem, followed by the Dark Mama Dresleri, and then the Ace of Spades Dresleri, and finally the Dark Mama. So again, they're all in there having a drink overnight, and then I'll come back tomorrow, take a better look at the roots, snip off any rot, and we'll get them in some perlite and on the road to acclimation. Okay guys, so that's it for this import, and I'll speak again and keep you updated on their progress. Bye for now.